Hey Libra, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, May 7th to Sunday, May 13th, 2018. Now before I get started, I just have two announcements. First of all, Uranus and Taurus. It's happening very soon, I believe on May 15th. And I'm going to be talking about it this week on live on Facebook on Wednesday, May 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific time, where I'm going to talk about, what it's all about, what Uranus and Aries was about the past few years, what Uranus and Taurus will be about, maybe an historical perspective on Uranus in Taurus, as well as what it means for your sign, what part of your life will be blown open, revolutionized by this next 8-year transit coming in. So if that's what you want to hear about, please click the link down below in my description box so you can figure out where to find me live for free on Facebook. Okay, also May 2018, there could be a lot of conflict in relationships, maybe some frustrations, wanting to break free from some things, intense negotiations that are coming in this week. If you want more insight on how to handle that other than what I talk about in this weekly horoscope, please check out the recording of my webinar to learn more. The description also down in my description box as well. Now, Libra, for your horoscope. What we've got on Monday, the sun hanging out right here in Taurus. Okay, and that for you is your 8th house of changes, endings and beginnings, and intimacy. So that's what you're thinking about. You're thinking about what you need to change in your life in order to create more of a life that you want and to feel better. Also perhaps about your deep intimate relationships or how it is you spend your money. Now, while the sun, is in Taurus in your 8th house, the beginning of this week, it's also making a sextile here to Neptune, which I do like. And Neptune is in your 6th house of your job and your daily routines. So it's not just about what changes you need to make in general. You're trying to figure out what changes you need to make to your job, what changes you need to make to your daily routines, to your health in order to create more of a life you want. Perhaps it's been hard for you to do that lately, but I think this sextile is really helping you to start feeling like you understand what you need at work, on the job, on the day-to-day to feel better moving forward, like you're connecting with people more deeply and living more of a life that it is that you want, being very positive, okay? As you're making this change, though, to your job or to your daily routines to feel better, I do think, though, there are some details still that you may need to work out before you can fully step into this thing. Those details are going to have a lot to do right here where Mercury is, in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, usually of the one-on-one variety, and Pluto right here, which is in your 4th house of home and of family, with Mercury in a square with Pluto early this week on Monday as well. Okay, and I think what's going on here is that you're trying to make some changes to your life, to your job, to your daily routines, to live a life that you just like better, that you feel like resonates more with you deep down. And I think as you're doing that, perhaps there are some hard conversations or negotiations or details that you need to work out with the other people in your life. Okay, with the 4th house involved, it could have a lot to do with people at home, family members, relationships with people at home. Maybe you're trying to get the people at home with you on board here so that you really can step into a new job or a set of daily routines that it is that you really like. Okay, going on. Could also be just big changes in relationships and the foundations that your relationships are built on. Needing to change the foundation that you built your relationship on, the way that you emotionally relate to others or think about your relationships too, so that you can begin to move forward. Okay, and I think that's what's coming in this week, is how do you change your home life, your family, your relationships with home and family, how you think of your home life, how you think of yourself emotionally, so that you can begin to have the relationships that you want and need, or work with people in different and better ways that really can help you to move forward, creating a life, having a job that you want much better coming in. Okay, so that's what I see happening there. All right, did I say this because Pluto's involved and because this is a square? Some of these conversations about home or with home and family members or with people about your emotions could be a little bit hard, but are going to be necessary for you to find some of the good things that can come later on and towards the end of this week. Okay, so that's what's happening there. While that's going on Tuesday, we also do have Venus here in your 9th house, of something new and different in a square with Neptune in your 6th house of your job and daily routines. So as you're changing your life to be something hopefully that you like better, that resonates more with you, and as you're working with people to let this change into your life, I think it may be requiring you to have a new job, a new set of daily routines, to do something you haven't done before, okay, to adventure, to travel, to study, all right? And it could be a little bit harder. You could be a little confused about what this new job or this new daily routine you need to feel better, or what exactly it looks like. And I think at the beginning of the week, you're trying to get more clarity on what your new job, new daily routine will be, so that you can start to step into a life that you really want, working with other people better and having other people help and support your growth moving forward, okay? So I think that's what's going on, just trying to work a lot of that out. While that's happening on Wednesday, as we're moving further through the week, we then have the Sun here in the 8th house in an opposition with Jupiter in your 2nd house of money, stability, confidence coming in. And I think you're starting to create more of a life, or wanting to create more of a life that really resonates with you. But there are a lot of changes going on with money, a lot of changes going on with your talents, a lot of changes going on in your life that are making it hard for you to find that stability. So maybe there's been some instability in your life lately, or this week as well, and you're trying to figure out here how to make the changes to your life so that you can start to live more deeply into life, doing more that you want, feeling more confident and more comfortable making the money that it is that you need. All right, and I think this week you're trying to bring it all together so that you really can feel much better, much more excited about your life, much more confident, much more stable, doing what it is that you really want, and having people come along with you, even if it takes a few tries and a few conversations that may not be the most easy to get everything in the spot you want it to be in, okay? So I think that's happening. I think if you put some of the work in, and if you aren't afraid to have some of the hard conversations at the beginning of the week, by the time we get to Friday and Saturday, hopefully some doors will start to open. Now those doors are going to be here where the Sun is in your 8th house, because it will be in a trine with Pluto in your 4th. And I think what could come at the end of the week is a chance for you to change your home, okay, to change your family life, or to change the way you relate emotionally to the world around you, so that you can start to move forward on the things that it is that you want, okay? I think maybe at the beginning of the week there were some hard conversations with people about your home, about your emotions, but I think towards the end of the week you get more clarity and understanding of what that is, and begin to move forward, making some changes, putting the information that you gathered from the conversations into action to help you and to motivate you to do some things that you want and need, and to change your life for the better, okay? So that's what I see coming in on Friday and Saturday, okay? As you start to feel at the end of the week like you're starting to move, hopefully, in a direction that you really want, doing something that really resonates with you, there could still be some more things that do come up in conversations. That's because on Saturday and Sunday now, throughout the weekend, we also are going to get Mercury here in your 7th and a square with Mars also in your 4th. So even though you're feeling better at the end of the week about a change you need to make at home or emotionally to create more of the life that you want, I still do think there are lots of conversations here happening about your home, the relationships that you have emotionally, people at home, still just trying to bring everything together. And even though things may not be perfect, when it comes to those two matters of your life, especially with Mercury about to go retrograde in this spot, I think you're starting to get more and more clarity about what you need and who you need to work with and how you need to work with them in order to make some more progress, okay? With Mars again going shadow period, I think you will be back to revisit some things with home and family. Like, I don't think this is the end all be all of any conversations that may come in with other people about what's going on with you emotionally or what's going on with your home life, but I do think you are starting to get at least some resolution on that matter that you may need to come back to revisit, okay? So we've got that going on there. Then the last thing I want to mention, on Sunday we also do have Mercury coming into a conjunction here with Uranus in your 7th house. So I think towards the end of the week you get a little bit more of an idea of the people you need in your life, of how you can work with people, maybe even breaking free from some relationships or some relationships with home and family, so that you can do more of what it is that you want and move forward, okay? So I do see a lot of the good things coming at the end of the week. I mean, you're starting to feel like you're changing your home life, you're changing your life in a positive way and breaking free from some relationships that are holding you back. or becoming more authentically yourself in your relationships. But I think in the next few months, you may have to work out how you can build more stability into these relationships now that so much has changed, how you can work better with home and family now that hopefully you're doing more of what you want authentically, okay, and how you can start to build something that can really last now that so much has changed in your life, with your job, with the people that you work with coming in, okay? Yeah, and I think you're starting to feel better, even though maybe some things may need to be revisited later on, okay? So that's what I've got for you, Libra. Your card for the week is Justice, upright. Oh, I like this card, especially for a Libra. To me, this card is all about restoring the balance in your life. If something has been out of balance lately, for you, especially being a Libra, now is the time to fix it. Like, if you feel like someone else in your life has been running the show for way too long and you haven't had the power that you've wanted, I think this week is the week to take your power back, to get justice, to do the right thing that you've been waiting to happen. I think now it's time to tip the scales in the right direction this week, to make sure that you are getting your fair share, to make sure that you are getting what it is that you need. All right. I also think this card is a message to say if anything has been out of balance in your life, especially when it comes to relationships or home, okay, I think it's time for you to make it more clear what you need in order to feel better, to restore that balance, and to move forward. And I think if you approach things from a more logical perspective, especially with this card, okay, and if you keep some of your emotions in check, it will definitely help you to move forward, feeling like you're finally reaching a point, I like to think, with the astrology, where things are a little bit better. I like to think much better than they have been lately, feeling like you're at least getting some more of an idea of where you need to go in life, what you really want, and how you can start to achieve that, okay? So that's what I've got for you this week, Libra. Thank you so much for sorry, I've had so many things going on with my voice this video, but thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.